Okay, in the last tutorial, so far what we've done is I've shown you the Liverpool pedal. I've compared it to a model of the Liverpool in my AXFX, and then I compared that AXFX model to a couple old models and the default model, which is way too bright. We've essentially shown that the AXFX has got a wide range of abilities and tonal qualities. You just need to work with all the parameters to find those. But previous to that, what we did is we put the Triad SDD-3000 Preamp pedal into the Liverpool, and we put my FET drive in the AXFX into the Liverpool. Well, now let's put those two into the AXFX model and compare them to when you put that into the Liverpool pedal. There'll be slight differences here, but they're not huge. You can actually, it shows how close you can get with the digital modeling. I still like the analog pedals better for amp modeling, the Liverpool and the SD3K pedal or the Triad pedal, whatever you want to use, or an actual Korg 3000 delay with the delay off. I still like those better for that core tone, but the AXFX, you can see for yourself that it comes pretty close and you don't have to buy all these other pedals. So here is the core AXFX tone. Now, it's not quite as nice, very subtle, but not quite as nice as the Liverpool, but very, very close. Now I'm going to turn on the Triad pedal into the AXFX pedal, into the AXFX amp model. This is not the Liverpool. There's some slight tonal differences there, but it sounds really good if you set it right and you have your amp model. Since I've got my AXFX model set up just like my Liverpool model, it's reacting similarly to the Triad pedal. So let's now compare. This is the AXFX amp model. Let's now turn the amp model off and compare it to the Liverpool pedal. Sounds like this. That is the Triad into the Liverpool. One more time, Triad into the AXFX. It's a little bit different, and the difference is, number one, the AXFX amp model is digital. It reacts a little differently, and number two, my AXFX model of the Liverpool is not perfect. It's not exactly like the Liverpool. It's close. It's really, really close. You can hear it, but it's not perfect. So when I combine the Triad with the AXFX model, you're going to get slightly different tone. But you can hear the differences if you listen closely, but it's not a big deal. Now let's turn off the preamp pedal, the analog preamp pedal, and let's use the AXFX model and the FET boost pedal model of the Triad and the SD3K pedal. So this is just the AXFX amp model that's similar to the Liverpool. Okay, now let's turn on the FET drive. We're trying to get that chunky sound. This is all AXFX. No other Liverpool, no Triad, no Korg delay pedal. Nice, chunky, warm sound. Again, this is all AXFX. So if you spend enough time, and nothing against these other pedals, I bought these pedals and I like just that slight warmer tone about them. but you got to give credit to the AXFX here. So let's do, this is all AXFX, and then I'm going to switch to Triad and Liverpool. Okay, we're going to Triad and Liverpool. So certainly you're going to get different tone, a much wider variation tone when you go all digital and all analog. Again, slightly different. I could spend probably another 10 hours and tweak the axe even a little more and get it even closer, but it's probably not worth the time. But the axe comes really close all by itself. We'll do that one more time. Or you can use the pedals, but with enough time, you can see that both work out really nicely. This is all axe. Probably missing a little bit of bass there, so again, you can go into the axe and adjust it. It's not quite as smooth on the mid bass tones there. That's the AXFX, all AXFX, and now I'm going to go all Liverpool and Triad. Now we can go Triad into AXFX. And now we can also do, here's a different combination we haven't done yet. Let's turn off the AXFX amp model. Let's keep the Liverpool on, and if you don't have an core digital delay preamp, then let's use the FET model in the AXFX driving the Liverpool. So here's the Liverpool alone. And here's the FET drive from the AXFX, which is modeling the preamp pedal, the Triad pedal, going into the Liverpool. Turning that off, putting the Triad on. So essentially I've done all the combinations. They're all really close. At the end of the day, I like the analog over the digital a little more, but again, kudos to the AXFX. It's amazing, the amp models. But you got to spend time with it. You gotta, which I have in a few extra hours on the weekend, so I spend time tweaking the models. That is the core tone for bad. I'll post the detailed AXFX settings with the camera. I'll record them for you. I'll put the presets up on the file section of the group boards. And that's, or email me and I'll be happy to email them to you. So we're going to move on now to the next parts of the tutorial. I'm going to go through an update of the older tutorial that I did a couple years ago. I'll go through a little more detail, but I'll try to keep it short and give you some good updates with the new HD camera. Hopefully you'll be able to see things a little different, and now that I got my tones refined, it sounds a little better. So let's move on to the next part.